And in this last section of the book, he kind of just breaks down and sums up the rest of the book that we just read. So these are all pretty familiar, most of them, because I covered most of them. It is the nature of war that what is beneficial to you is detrimental to the enemy, and what is of service to him always hurts you. That seems like common sense.
Yes.
The more your troops have been accustomed to camp duties on frontier stations, and the more carefully they have been disciplined, the less danger they will be exposed to in the field. Train them hard. Men must be sufficiently tried before they are led against the enemy. Train them hard. It is much better to overcome the enemy by famine, surprise, or terror than by general actions. For in the latter instance, fortune has often a greater share than valor. I like the idea of overcoming the enemy just by terror. I wish there was like a full chapter about that. That's legit. Those designs are best which the enemy are entirely ignorant of till the moment of execution. Opportunity in war is often more to be depended on than courage. To debauch the enemy's soldiers and encourage them when sincere in surrendering themselves is of a special service, for an adversary is more hurt by desertion than by slaughter. So if you can get the enemy to like come over to your side, that's even worse to the enemy than when you're just killing them. Because you think about it, when you're getting your friends killed, you're gonna have some kind of vengeance.
Yeah.
But if they just take your friends and they're like all in the back room having a glass of wine, with, you know, you're like, yeah, you know what? That sounds better than the deal I got. It is better to have several bodies of reserves than to extend yourself too much to the front. There you go. A general is not easily overcome who can form a true judgment of his own and the enemy forces. We've been hearing that one since Sun Tzu, Art of War. Valor is superior to numbers. The nature of ground is often of more consequence than courage. This guy's talking about terrain. That's what he's talking about. So everyone that's in the military, listen to this right now. Terrain, terrain, terrain. Learn to read the terrain. This is a good one. Few men are born brave. Many become so through care and force of discipline. Great dichotomy there. Care for your people and through force of discipline is what makes people brave. An army is strengthened by labor and weakened by idleness. Don't sit around. Don't sit around. Keep moving. Troops are not to be led to battle unless confident of success. Novelty and surprise throw an enemy into consternation, but common incidents have no effect. Learn new moves. That's some advice I need to take. I always do the same moves. Not good. He who rashly pursues a flying enemy with troops in disorder seems inclined to resign that victory which he had before obtained. So if you go pursuing the enemy when your troops aren't organized, you're basically trying to give away your victory. So be careful when you pursue. An army unsupplied with grain and other necessary provisions will be vanquished without striking a blow. Man, we need to find. I looked around. I've been looking for like a Roman soldier, and I've found some letters and stuff. But these guys must have been hungry. What are you talking about the hunger. Yeah. On finding the enemy has notice of your designs, you must immediately alter your plan of operations. Check. Consult with many on proper measures to be taken, but communicate the plans you intend to put in execution to few, and only those of the most assured fidelity, or rather, trust no one but yourself. But it's interesting, consult with many people.
Yeah.
Get some feedback from everyone. Next, punishment and fear thereof are necessary to keep soldiers in order in quarters. But in the field, they are more influenced by hope and rewards. A little dichotomy for you. Good officers never engage in general actions unless induced by opportunity or obliged by necessity. To distress the enemy more by famine than the sword is the mark of consummate skill. And this is actually the last one here. Dispositions for action must be carefully concealed from the enemy, lest they should counteract them and defeat your plans by proper expedients. So those, again, I didn't cover all the maxims, and the reason I didn't is because some of the maxims that he talks about are legitimately ancient tactical warfare, but it's worth getting the book so you can read those and understand them.